As you all sleep, a few of you are visited by dreams. Let's start off with Ezra. Ezra, as you drift off into sleep, memories of the times you've had with Red still fresh in your mind, you begin to dream of a open field, kind of flowing wheat and grass. You see a man crouched in there, shoulders about level with the tall grass, holding a stag-horn bow. Without looking back, he kind of, throws his voice over to Ezra. You lost your hunting companion, did you?
I did.
Don't worry. I'm sure eventually he'll make his way as part of my pack. Give me a knowledge religion, or if you don't have it, give me a straight intelligence check.
Okay. Somehow I'm hoping that you read my history and this is my long-lost mentor that passed, but if not, that's great too. Intelligence.
Way to insert your will into the game. I love it.
Yeah, not very smart.
I forgot about your guy though.
So you're not entirely wrong. As you look at him, it kind of flickers into the face of your old mentor. But you realize that is little more than a guise to make you comfortable. You do sense part of your master's presence here, but you also realize there's something more. As you examine the bow, you realize that this is at least some sort of imagined or real fragment of Aristal, Old Deadeye. Aristal is Old Deadeye, the stag god, Estig the hunter. He is the god of hunting. And as such, he is often depicted in art with wolves running alongside him, aiding in his hunt, bringing down mythical prey. You see him loose a bow. The shot hits a deer that you didn't even see before, but he drops it. With this, he stands up and turns around to you. He says, just because Red is with me now does not mean you should give up. Your mentor wouldn't want that. Quite frankly, the will of the hunt would not want that either. Someone new will come to help you. You just have to trust that the wilderness will help you when the time is right. Dream fades to darkness.
Cool.
Next, Turgon. You toss back and forth restlessly in your bed, sweat beading on your forehead. As we see into your dream, you see flickering fires, then icy tundras, then a metal city constructed with a wall seemingly made of screaming souls. You can either make a knowledge planes check or a knowledge arcana check, if you have those. You realize that you are kind of rapid fire flashing through various areas of hell. Cocytus, Dis, all these different layers. And as you end up kind of in this overhead view of Dis, the city of hell, it's the second layer, you hear a voice behind you, no longer weakened by 10,000 years of imprisonment. If it isn't my newest subject. You turn around and see Avaxiel, your devil patron. Do you say anything to him?
It's nice to see you've regained your strength.
He flexes his wings. You can see that while he has regained at least some of his strength, there are still like holes in his wings. His horn on one side is partially snapped off at the tip. Yes. I regain my strength as time passes on. And as I grow, your powers will grow as well. Have you named the bond, the familiar I have given you?
I have named him Ember.
A fitting name, worthy of an agent of hell. As he grows, take care to protect him. Should I see you not honoring our bond, well... He looks down, and you guys kind of like the whole scene shifts as suddenly you are floating in front of the walls of Dis, which are made up of like semi-solid souls screaming in agony. You freed me, I gave you power. This does not mean our interactions are at an end. And with that, he vanishes as well. Next, we see Cantham, who some of the halfling inn owners have kind of snuck you a little bit of their finer halfling brew as a little kind of nightcap. And suddenly you find yourself not in the inn in Turtleback Ferry with its few modest tables and a few straw mattresses. You find yourself in Sandpoint at the Rusty Dragon. The townsfolk who call you all heroes having an uproarious time. And you see a tall, Finnish man with a rakish smile, hair swept back, clean-shaven, hefting a golden tankard. Ah! One more for the house! Everyone cheers. He clatters his mug down next to you and flops into a seat. Cantham, my boy, I hope you know that you heroes have started to gain the attention of the Outer Planes. There's a lot going on in Varizia right now that could affect all the realms. But hey, he shoves you on the shoulder. Don't let rules get in the way of enjoying what is truly good in life. Don't let the stress get you down. Sure, you're gonna help fight for a lot of freedom. If you succeed, countless lives that would have been reduced to slavery. Hey, they'll be free to drink, journey, and do whatever they want. But for you to bring this freedom, you have to remember where you come from. Remember everything you've learned from Cheliax to Varizia. All you've learned as a halfling across the Inner Sea. If you're going to protect your people, well, you're going to have to protect all of Galarian as well. Just like the other god, not really to let a word get in edgewise, he cheers your mug. And with kind of a feeling of good libations and fun, things begin to fade away into the regular deep sleep now that you kind of come out of REM.
Oh, that was awesome.
And now...
Put me back in.
We're almost ready. I gotta give everybody a little dream.
Yep.
Agnar, you don't have a specific deity in mind, do you?
No, he is unaffiliated.
That's what I thought.
Come to the dark side.
So,
We have cookies.
Agnar, you jolt awake, or so you think. The landscape is unfamiliar. You see a tall mountain peak overlooking the Storvel Plateau, the red highlands of Varizia. As you stand near the top of this peak, you see a figure clad head to toe in full plate armor, spikes jutting out of the metal. As he lifts a great sword in two hands, you see clash, clash, clash. He slams it against a shield that has been wedged between two rocks. You see various figments of warriors past. Norse-like Ulfin running up with Viking shields. Chilaxian devil casters and devil binders running to this being. Even the dark-skinned population of Osirion, wielding Kopeshes, rise to meet his challenge. All fall. Agnar! Haha! The Giant's Bane indeed! Now, I'm not like other gods, I want to stand on ceremony, so let's get to the point. I like you. I like the damage you've done. Remember, the clash of sword or blade on shields is my song. I reside in your armor, your blade. Strike at your foes and I will guide your hand, for I thirst only for battle. Give me a, if you have it, you can do knowledge religion, or just a straight in check for Agnar.
I do not think I have that one. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you don't have knowledge religion.
Alright, got your roll. Get out of here, bug. Bug on my screen. You are a powerful enough warrior that you know who this is. This is our Lord in Iron. It is Gorum, the god of chaos, destruction, and war. He favors strength above all else. As you see him kind of like casually talking while he just lays his great swords into these imagined foes of the past, with the last one struck down, he turns to you. There will be hefty battles yet to come. Sure, sometimes you get entranced by the rage of battle. That wolf should know better than that. But I expect you to triumph if you are to end up with me at my side on the battlefields of the Outer Planes. I don't care about your worship. Merely do what you do best, Giant's Bane. Crush those before you. With one last clang, the sword slams into the shield and you wake up the next morning.
Cool.
Odral, we go now to your dream. You see a woman floating in darkness. All that is lit is her fiery hair. And not just red, it is truly made of warming flames, like the hearth at your own home. As her angelic wings spread out, the light does so as well. And in the kind of eternal darkness stretching out ad infinitum, you see creatures of the dark. Ghouls, demons, cowering at the light of Sarenrae. I'm going to say as the cleric, you would recognize her right away. Odral, a pleasure to see you've made it this far. Now, you may be one of my chosen, an anchorite of the Dawnflower. But you will need your own strength, not just mine own, to carry you through the long nights. You have found yourself in the midst of conspiracy and danger. The others need your healing light, lest they stumble and fall on the path that they have been set out on. Nothing is certain. Since the Age of Lost Omens began, prophecy and fate have become fickle allies at best, and at worst, they have become enemies. They will need your guiding hands to weather what is to come. She reaches out, and you see she holds a ball of fiery light in her hand and just presses it slowly into the holy symbol around your neck. As you awake, knowing that this was more than a dream, you can feel the heat of your necklace briefly radiate in the morning light. And with that, you guys are all awake at the inn the next morning.